All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today we have a John Collins video for you guys. I do want to give a shout out to my boy Gamer out here. Thank you for making the thumbnail, but I want to talk about John Collins because the Houston Rockets, he fits what they're looking for quite well. Career 16 and a half, 18 and a half rebounds on the season. He's averaging about 17 and a half points per game, 7.5 rebounds per game. Now, John Collins is about to be a free agent, and personally, I think with the way Atlanta has structured their contracts and just their whole salary in general, I don't personally see John Collins returning to Atlanta. But even if he does or if he doesn't, whatever the case may be, let's just talk about the hypothetical of re-signing John Collins. He is 23 years old. He's got about a 7-foot wingspan, so he's quite long. And I think John Collins fits this team perfectly. Obviously, he's going to want max contract, and that's kind of where the whole issue is. Like, there isn't really any issue outside of max contract, but here are the things. 3 traits to me really stand out with John Collins. It's, first off, how athletic he is. Honestly, second off, like, a very underutilized, also pretty solid rebounder. But then also, I think he's athletic, he's got a good three-point shot, and he is great at the pick and roll. So those are my 3 kind of pluses, my pros for John Collins. I mean, honestly, he's going to continue to get better and better. I've got some highlights playing. He can stretch the floor. That's a plus as it is. And the Houston Rockets, hopefully, Christian Wood comes back next year better than ever. But like Christian Wood at 6'10", you got Kelly Olynyk, just maybe he's slightly taller, slightly smaller. Christian Wood, maybe I got flipped. But basically the Houston Rockets, they appear to want to have small ball type players. Not too small like PJ Tucker being your center, 6'5", but small athletic players who can stretch the floor. And I love this so much because of the pick and roll. John Wall and Kevin Porter Jr., they excel in the pick and roll. They're really good in the pick and roll. Kevin hasn't even really, we haven't even seen much of Kevin, but he's done a good job. And John Wall particularly is a good pick and roll player. Christian Wood, good pick and roll player. Kelly Olynyk, good pick and roll player. John Collins is an incredible pick and roll player. Him and Trae Young just alone brings up so much pressure to opposing teams, but you throw in John Collins and his ability to stretch the floor. My one issue with John is he is not great at the rim. Like, he is not great at finishing. But the good thing is with his 7-foot wingspan, he's got really long arms, and he's not great at finishing, but a lot of the times he picks up his own offensive rebounds, so that's good. He's also got a very underrated fadeaway. Personally, I think this dude is a steal. I think he will be a steal. I think he really is that dude. But for the Houston Rockets, man, I don't know about the fit. Another issue with John Collins is just longevity. On the season, he's been relatively healthy. This year he's played in 58 games. He's going to play in just about them all. Last season, only 41. The year before that, 61. The year before that, 74. I mean, it's nothing horrible, but it's something to keep note as he's a young player. 3-point percentage, he is shooting on the season 39%. Last season, he shot 40% from 3, so this is a great 3-point shooter. And then just on his career, he's a 62% shooter from the field. So highly efficient. He like 78% free throw shooter, averages, I think his career, I already told you guys, but his career average rebound is like 8.5. So he can pull him down for being, quote unquote small ball type player. 6'9", he's not the tallest guy, but he is 235. This is something I really want Christian Wood to take note of, is just how big John Collins is, and the difference that a little bit of weight can do is really kind of crazy. So John Collins has been getting better and better every single year, and that's kind of why I would be open to taking the risk on him. I've talked about other power forwards like Lauri Markkanen. I'm not sold on Lauri at all. I'm even coming from a Bulls guy, I would not pay Lauri Markkanen anywhere near max contract, let alone, honestly, even like $15 million max is probably where I'd put Lauri, but Someone's gonna pay him. We got an ambulance. Oops. So John Collins, I'm curious because a lot of, I think majority of Houston Rocket fans would be open to having John Collins on this roster. I don't think anyone's complaining about it. There were people who wanted the Rockets to get John Collins for James Harden, either on James Harden's team or in exchange for James Harden, exchange for Victor Oladipo, whatever it is, because he was on it's his last year of his contract right now. So he is going to get paid. I don't think the Houston Rockets are going to be that team who pays him. But with Stone's comments coming out and saying they are trying to be aggressive in the free agency market, in the trade market, just in any market, they're trying to be aggressive. But with the right fit, I mean, John Collins is the right fit. He's a pretty perfect fit, and it's a risk. But at the same time, these are the types of risks you could and you should be making. It's just if you're not sold on John Collins, don't do it. Because with Kelly Olynyk, we've got Kelly Olynyk. I mean, I don't know how much money he's going to be wanting, but I wouldn't imagine more than like $15, $18 million a year because it's Kelly Olynyk and he just turned 30. So Kelly Olynyk is a much cheaper John Collins, averaging better statistics right now than John Collins. But Kelly Olynyk is just absolutely going off right now. So I'm curious to hear what you guys have to say. It's just a lot of money for John Collins. So hit that like button, hit that sub button. I'll see you guys later.